At our core, NVIDIA is a platform company that builds foundational technologies for developers to go and build amazing technology and solutions with. And we do that across multiple industries, multiple regions, and that motion has been the same pretty much since we started, where we were focusing on gaming and then CAD and then visual effects workflows. The same muscle memory applies now when we're working in healthcare, in automotive, or in marketing technologies. Find hard problems, help accelerate them, find application vendors and partners that are going to take those tools to market. Being at NVIDIA for the last sort of nearly decade of transformation has been an incredible journey. I think fundamentally NVIDIA hasn't changed that much in the fact that we remain with very clear missions, and from top down, from Jensen through the company, is a culture of focus and remaining on a set course. Now things cause us to pivot over that time. Obviously, AI and the evolution of AI from where it started sort of a long time ago for NVIDIA to where it is now. I think creativity has been a constant evolving thing throughout the entire history of us creating content. It's always evolving. People have always found creative new ways to do things. I think right now there is an overwhelming amount of new tools and capabilities out there for creatives. So I wouldn't necessarily say there's something, I almost wouldn't want to point at something that we're not doing yet, because I think that we're still unlocking the capabilities of everything that's happening right now. The main really exciting thing that we're seeing organizations start to work on is building libraries of their own sort of product digital twins, because this language of digital twin becomes common across design, manufacturing, warehouse, and marketing, depending on which industry companies are in. Obviously, some of those areas are much more important. So already in the automotive sector, the manufacturing process is incredibly complex. In the CPG or fast consumer goods industry, the supply chain is incredibly complex. Warehousing has a lot of consideration. So when you're building those digital twins of products that can then be used for all of those use cases as well as creativity, you end up with a much more powerful starting point, because those digital twins can be used to not just create images, but create high quality consumer experiences, configurators, XR experiences. They can be used to train AI models. They can be used to simulate accessibility. People have used the term digital twin for lots of things over the years. You can boil it down to an accurate, physically accurate representation of a product, an object, a room, a space, the entire world, that can be operated as if it was real. To do that, you have to introduce the physical properties of the product. So it's a lot more than just a 3D object. It's a way of describing everything about an object and how it operates in physical space as well. And that is where it gets its superpowers. The pace of change is incredibly exciting on the one hand, but it's also the thing that keeps me wanting to understand how technology is going to be applied and affect the people I work with, the industry that we support. NVIDIA supports many industries. We're a vertical company where we bring foundational technologies to specific problems. So as technology moves fast so quickly, those problems that we can solve become more and more, because we're finding new technologies that can meet people's needs. I think this year especially, we have so many partners here, so many developers who build on top of our technologies. And over the last sort of 12 months leading up to here, the amount of much more practical, pragmatic conversations about how we're seeing value from AI integrated across supply chain, across ad tech, is incredibly exciting. And I think it's moving much quicker away from pilot an idea to this is now bringing value to our customers, our brands, our ecosystem. We're incredibly focused on making sure that access to compute increases. And as that grows, we're also investing time in how to build the most efficient data centers, how to work with governments and power grids and the whole ecosystem now. It's much further beyond just a GPU and a workstation. Data centers becoming AI factories means that NVIDIA has to understand how to build those factories. And we've been building those data centers for a number of years now. and have incredible partnerships in that space with organizations that potentially we wouldn't have worked with before in that power and cooling area. That allows us to help entire ecosystems grow with sovereign AI and help them do it as quickly as possible, because the rate of adoption, the rate of deployment is important to allow developers in countries to grow in their country, own their AI journey in that area, and also give them access to more compute around the world. So we have announced a platform called DGX Lepton, which is part of our DGX Cloud family, that is a window into all of the GPU compute that exists within the NVIDIA Cloud Partner ecosystem, to make it easier for people to find compute local to them or the right GPUs that they need. And that comes with developer enablement and developer tools so they can start building their products quicker.